Alright, so you finally got curious about what's happening in this video. With this video, I'm starting a new segment, Account Progression from Scratch, specifically aimed at beginners. It's not a guide, but rather my own experience that might come in handy for you. I've been playing Raid for quite a few years now, and I have accounts at levels 52 and 48. I've managed to assemble a collection of over 100 champions. Needless to say, I have a tremendous amount of experience, and I want to share it with you. This video will cover the first 2 days of a beginner's gameplay. Well, it's time to level up. The first thing I do is register an account in the game using the bonus link provided in the description. I will quickly fill out the form here, then proceed to download the game, and now it's already installing on my PC. And here comes the moment of triumph. I cut the ribbon and dive into Raid. First, I complete the tutorial mission. During a beautiful cutscene, the developers introduce the champions and their masterful skills. Then I press the buttons as instructed and read some amusing dialogue. At the end of the tutorial, I encounter a dragon that successfully one-shoots all the heroes. Now comes the most important question, the one that beginners often ask: which starter champion should I choose? Today, I'm going to go with Kael because there are only a few good poison champions to start with, and it will be a while before more become available. While Elaine could also be a viable choice, she requires leveling up and obtaining good gear. In this playthrough, I believe Kael is the best choice, as I want to focus on PvE content. Do you have a different opinion? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. After that, the Arbiter walks me through familiar mechanics that I already know well. She explains the benefit of different affinities, the campaign, and item upgrades. It's all clear and familiar. In fact, I skipped this tutorial during my first playthrough, and it was a mistake because I later found myself confused about what was happening in the game. It's important to read the information provided to avoid unnecessary confusion and stupid questions. Alright, finally, my hands are free and I can unleash my creativity and do all sorts of crazy things as I please. And boom! A pop-up window appears offering me the legendary. The gist? Enter the game each day, grab a set of gear, resources, and then the legendary champion Adeline. She's both beautiful and useful, and once she's in my collection, I'll do a mini review of her. First of all, I make sure to check my mailbox and claim the ultimate Gaelic and silver which I received through the link provided in the description. This epic champion will be extremely useful for me as a beginner, especially with his debuff ability called HP Burn, which will scorch all enemies. I plan to invest in leveling him up to unleash his damage potential. Best of all, he's easy to equip. All I need to do is increase his damage and provide some survivability. I claim the next epic champion with a promo code. I have a list of promo codes that grant epic champions to beginners, but I'm only going to enter one, and of course it's going to be the best one. Here's the code. I get the epic champion Duck the Pierced with a silver frame. As my account progresses, I'll get more resources and items to equip him with. He's an excellent champion who can take a lot of damage and fight enemies with great power. That sounds exciting. Having 2 epic champions is a great start. I won't miss the next episode where your account progression takes off and you show us how and where to get even more bonuses. I'll look forward to it. In fact, it's important to make the most of everything you can get right now. In the side menu, under the series section, you can watch a great series and collect a bunch of rewards for watching and reposting. These rewards include silver, leveling resources, and more. In the end, you can accumulate over 1,000 energy and a ton of resources just by participating. It's a great way to boost your progress without much effort. That's great! You can now claim the bonus for downloading the full game content. Make sure to equip the 2 items of the attack set to someone like Kael. Also, in a few days, there will be an opportunity to obtain a blue shard that has a chance to summon an epic champion. As a beginner, I already have access to the Novice Tournament, which offers good rewards. However, it won't be easy to win, as earning points requires completing new activities. At my rate of progress, I'll probably only be able to secure one of the top spots. The speed set is crucial for beginners in the early stages, so obtaining it would be a significant advantage. Now comes the most challenging part, planning the right account progression and tactics. There are basically 2 approaches. The first, and in my opinion the simplest, is to play for personal enjoyment and randomly engage in different game modes without a clear strategy, but with a focus on leveling up. However, this approach doesn't offer many advantages. At this pace, I'm only going to be entertained for a few days, and that's it. Personally, I plan to make this my main account, so I'm taking a serious and long-term approach. I'm focusing my progress mainly on 2 tabs, missions and challenges. These 2 aspects of the game run parallel to my overall development. Thus, the initial missions and challenges are related to the first chapter of the campaign. They can be considered related, but with different objectives. Quests may involve obtaining a specific piece of equipment, defeating enemies, and collecting specific items in each chapter mission, and so on. These tasks provide a structured way to progress through the game and offer rewards for completing certain objectives. It's a common mistake for many beginners to focus solely on the Missions tab, only to realize later that they need to go back to the challenges, delaying their progress. It's great that you recognize this and decided to efficiently complete tasks from both Missions and Challenges tabs. The first 2 chapters of the campaign I will skip for you during editing, as it is hours of gameplay that cannot be commented on. Understood, I will simply demonstrate the first chapter of the campaign through Missions and Challenges. I go to the Missions tab and see the missions for the first chapter of the campaign, which says that I need to get to the mission with the boss. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem with the starting champions I have. Now I enter the Challenges section. There are 4 tabs here, each containing several stages with their own tasks. I check all the tabs to see if there are any tasks related to K-Rock Castle. If there are, I take them into account and complete them, closing all the tasks at once. So basically, I am streamlining the whole process through automation. These tabs of tasks serve as a guide of where to go and what to do. It's straightforward, and there's no need for guides. I open the task lists, go to the appropriate activities, collect the rewards, and repeat the process. I don't try to level up certain champions on my own or rush to spend all my resources because I don't want to jeopardize my account with unnecessary spending. For example, if one of the tasks requires a rank-up chicken or a skill tome, and they can only be obtained through premium currency, such as in-app purchases, I will refrain from spending real money on such items. It is strongly discouraged for beginners to spend rubies or any other premium currency. By the way, when it comes to the campaign, I make it a point to complete every mission with a 3-star rating right away so that I can quickly get the rewards below. They're not just given out for no reason. I actually use them for tasks because the sets of resources we get are quite limited, even though there are plenty of them. For example, when it comes to rank-up chickens or skill tomes, I only spend them according to the tasks because there's simply no other way to get them. Completing the first chapter of the campaign has rewarded me with an excellent attack set and the champion War Priest, who will serve as a healer in the early stages of the game until I acquire something more impressive. In keeping with the mission, I equip her with a health set to increase the overall effectiveness of the team and ensure her longevity. In addition to these actions, I also collect all available shards. However, I prefer not to open them until the X2 event. During the X2 period, the chances of getting good champions are higher. I collect shards from all free sources I can find, including the campaign, faction wars, the shop, boss dungeons, and completing challenges. I'm tired of telling all these newbies who want to open their shards as soon as they get them. If there's a really good X2 event, we'll go ahead and open the shards. I'm trying to save rubies in the game right from the start, because my priority is to use them to purchase a mine and upgrade it to the maximum level. I'll start investing in champion talents later, as I'm currently focusing on assembling my first group of champions. On the first day of playing, I managed to complete this number of missions and this number of stages in the challenges. I also obtained several champions from shards through tasks and received a few champions as rewards from the campaign, including the guaranteed War Priest and this one as a reward. Here you can see what I've accomplished, my current level, and the current list of champions, which will double in the next video. I have a lot of energy thanks to the series, as well as a lot of silver and rubies. I've been careful not to spend anything unless the tasks require it, and I've managed to level up quite nicely. Here's my current level. I could basically level up to level 30 in a day, but what's the point if I have just as many, if not fewer, champions and a bunch of unfinished tasks? I completed the newbie tournament and received a decent amount of rewards that will be useful for both newcomers and experienced players. In the next video, I will continue my leveling journey, and I'm confident that it will not only be challenging, but also result in something cool, like a legendary or epic champion. You will witness it firsthand as I prove that leveling up in Raid is possible and potentially achievable without making any donations. It's important to note that I didn't play non-stop all day, but rather logged in the evenings when I had time. And now I can feel my account getting closer to total domination. I will continue to level my account, and a new video will be coming soon. I think the second episode will be released next week. By the way, feel free to level up with me by clicking the link in the description and get a really useful epic champion to help you progress faster. See you there!